All right, so the loveliness of a missed forecast. So it's mid-May here, and last night we had predicted lows in the high 30s, low 40s. So there was a potential of frost, and for the most part, spring crops are hardy to those sorts of things, but they can be sensitive if things get closer to the freezing point. And when I came out this morning, the trays that are now filled with water were ice rinks, and I knew as soon as I saw that I was going to have impact specifically to the potatoes in this case. So they are hardy, but a quick freeze can have an impact. So on the bottom of that you see the nice leaves, and on the top part you then have the burn that came from the freeze. So it's a bit unfortunate, not something I predicted. If I did know that was going to happen, I would have put a row cover on top of this to minimize the impact, but I didn't, because the forecast didn't suggest it. And now it's not that I lost the crop, so you're just going to lose the leaves and most likely the stems, but the potato should send up new shoots to replace these. Whether that and how it impacts the yield of the potatoes, I guess we'll see it in a month or two. But when you're especially growing in the spring, you got to be wary of the temperature changes. Sometimes they are of the extreme, in this case cold, that it can actually have quite a large impact on the plant itself. Sometimes it gets too hot and things bolt and everything, so you got to maintain water in those sort of scenarios. Spring is a bit of a pain just because you do have much more wilder changes in temperature, and you do have to take those into account. And I didn't, and it looks like I'm going to definitely have some sort of change, impact, something to the potato crop. The one crop that was working fairly well this spring now is falling in line with turning potentially into garbage if it doesn't come back to life. So something to keep in mind in the spring.